Hello, Gore Whores. Welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of the Gory Hole podcast. My name is Jenny.
My name is Nikki.
And first, someone has a microphone.
Yes. Todd, say hello.
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 You guys can actually
It's
hear
Todd. We got him a microphone so he can chime in and not just have to holler from the background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello,
Thank you.
Todd.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being our producer.
Of course.
We
really
appreciate it.
you.
We're very glad you're here.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
And hopefully here soon.
We have a new visitor, a new mascot. Do you want me to tell?
Yes, go
Okay.
into it. Let's go into it
so-
because it's exciting.
I own a black cat again, and all is right in the world.
Yay!
We have a new little black kitty. We got him about a week ago. His name is Poe,
Poe. I
as
love it.
in Edgar Allan.
Yes.
And he is
Somewhere.
fooling around here somewhere. He'll probably jump up at some point and say hello. We might hear him running amok in the background at some point. He is like a year and a half and still kind of kittenish, so
Yes.
he's into everything. And he's
Yeah, he's pretty tiny.
a pretty tiny guy. We got him from the shelter, and he's thriving.
He's so cute.
He sleeps with us, and he is finally eating. And
Aw.
it took him a few days to like figure out what was going on here.
Yeah,
but
that makes
he's
sense.
good. He's good now. He's eaten. He's chosen life, and he's doing really well.
And he kind of chose you, right?
He did, yeah. So Todd and I were kind of like we moved into our new house. As everyone knows, our previous black cat Kitty died almost a year ago, and we've been petless for several months because our dog died in January. So I've been kind of like waiting for the right time. We got our new house, and then I've started getting like the itch to get cats. So we started talking about that and started kind of going shopping for supplies, getting some scratching poles. And then I was like, well, what if we just go to the shelter and just look,
Yeah.
see what's there? And
That never works.
well, and I fully intended to bring 2 home. Like I still want a second one. I wanted a bonded pair. So they would have like company with each other. And so I went and I sat down in this room, and he was just out of his kennel free roaming while all the other cats were away. And I went in and sat down, and he just like jumped on my lap and never
Aw.
left. So
I was like, guess
He
what?
was
I
like,
belong to you now.
bitch,
Or-
you taking me home. And I did. So it worked out. So I'll
Demanding little guy.
yes, he is demanding. But he's great, and he's worked out really great. So I'm happy.
So I'm really hoping he's going to, I don't know where he went.
Yeah, he's, who knows?
He was
He's-
beating the shit out of the blinds a second ago.
Yes, he was. Yep.
He was like, fuck you, blinds. Fuck you. I got a video of that
Yes,
too. I'll post that on our
yes.
socials because it was
He's
funny.
very cute, very charismatic. When he comes around, I'll snatch him up and show the camera. So
Wouldn't it be funny if you put him by the microphone and he just went, meow, 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 meow,
my name's
meow.
Poe. Po. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
The idea of animals talking always makes me laugh. It never gets old.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Animals
so.
doing people things.
Yeah.
Cracks me the fuck up. I love it. Okay, so you also, we said, moved into the new house, got the new cat.
Yep.
You have new neighbors.
I have new neighbors.
Let's get into that because you mentioned that you forgot to tell us this.
I did. I forgot on the last episode. So since we've only been in here like 6 weeks now, maybe, and so I told you about one of my last terrible neighbors with the barking dog that I wrote the letter to and all that.
Yep, the letter.
So it didn't take long for me to suss out another shit neighbor. Well, I don't think this guy even lives here. He just like hangs around all the time.
Ooh, that's almost
So,
worse.
oh yeah. So there's a person like across the street, catty corner from us. It's like across and over a house. And this guy every day and every night for like the first month we lived here would come by in his big shitty lifted truck and like rev his engine and peel his tires up and down the street. And I mean, middle of the night would wake me up at like 3 a.m. and I was on
That already
fire.
makes me mad. Just
I was
hearing
so
it.
on fire.
As soon as you said lifted truck,
Yes.
I got mad.
Yeah, he has like little dick syndrome, and he
yeah.
is a piece of white trash shit, and is just constantly like, he thinks he's cool in his truck, and he will. So I think what I figured out is because sometimes I'll see him fighting with the chick that lives in the house I just mentioned, so like catty corner from us. So it's like a young gal. And he comes by and they're fighting. I don't know if it's like a boyfriend or an ex or what, but he comes by and just does that shit to get her attention all the time.
Oh,
and I am fucking tired of it already.
See, I would almost be on my porch wanting to watch it.
Oh,
Be
well,
like, they're going at it. Let's go.
I have done that,
Grab
but
the
I
wine, I wanna
also
watch.
one evening, but it's so annoying and I'm so tired of listening to it.
Oh yeah.
So one evening when he was out there, because he'll squeal his tires and rev his engine and be really loud and obnoxious. So go down, turn around at the end of the street, come back and do it again. Turn around, come back and do it again. It's like back and forth white trash fucking shit show. So I went out there one night and waited for him to come back around, and I stood in the middle of the street. This was so stupid, you guys. Like I could have been shot or run over. But I get so fired up that I can't like stop myself. I saw red. Todd was down here doing something, and I just like ran outside, and I stood in the middle of the street, and I was like, "Hey!" And he drove by and he rolled his window down, and I was like, "You need to fucking shut this shit down." And I like went off on this guy, and I was like, "I don't know what you're doing. This is so fucking annoying. No one wants to hear you. Fucking knock it off." And I just like lost it on him. And he's real white trash. He was in like a stained wife beater.
Ew.
And he was clearly, and he had like the old like aviator wrap, not aviator, I'm sorry. What do I want to say? Like the, what's the really expensive sunglasses brand? The Oakleys.
Oakley, yeah.
He had like Oakleys that wrapped around, like I'm talking white trash, fucking Billy Bob asshole. And so I start yelling at him. He's like,
Billy
"But
Bob
she
asshole."
stole from me and third. And I was like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up and get out of here. Like, do you even live
tried to
here?"
defend
Yeah, he
himself?
was like, "But she stole my stuff." And I was like, "Do you think this is the solution?
Yeah,
This
seriously.
is going to get it back for you? Stop being an asshole and leave." And then so what he did is he peeled his tires out for about 5 minutes in front of my house.
Oh, so he was getting mad at you too now. He's like, all these crazy bitches on this street.
Yeah, I mean, and
This one's stealing my shit.
I
This
shoulda
one's yelling
known.
at me.
like I should have known. But after that, he came back a few more times, but I haven't heard him in about a week. I'm knocking on wood. And so I don't know, because I told him, I was like, "I'm going to start calling the cops on your ass."
Yeah, there you go.
So I said, "Every time I see your stupid ass on my street, I'm calling the cops." So then I thought maybe that scared him off a little bit. And he's come back a time or two, but he doesn't do the back and forth like multiple times anymore. So by the time I call the cops, which I've done twice now, he's gone.
Oh, okay.
Then he's gone. Because I call it, because he'll like, people walk their dogs up and down the street, and I was like, "You're gonna fucking run over somebody.
It's
You're
not
an
a very
idiot."
wide street going
No,
onto your...
it's not.
Yeah.
And there is a neighbor we talked to that said he was walking his dog and he had to like jump out like into a yard one day so this douchebag
There's
wouldn't
not
hit him.
sidewalks really either.
No,
Yeah.
there's no sidewalks.
It's just like
so
a
people
road.
walk, and I was thinking, this motherfucker is gonna run over somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody's kid or somebody's dog or something.
Right.
So that's what I told the cops. I was saying like, we gotta do something about this fucker. He's gonna kill someone on my street.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And I really don't want it to be me
Yeah.
or my husband
no
or my new
shit.
cat if he darts out
Yeah.
for some reason.
So that night we got we have a Ring camera.
Yeah,
and we
we
got
do.
another camera over the garage because I was like, this motherfucker's gonna come back and like mess with my shit. But now we have cameras everywhere, and so there were some other cameras on the house before we moved in, and we added more to like see
Nice.
the street and the driveway. So far, I haven't had to call the cops in at least 2 weeks.
Oh, well, good.
So
Oh, that's crazy.
call me. Like, I don't know if I'm a Karen or just getting old and cranky, but that shit pissed me off
That would
so
make me
much.
mad too. I think most people
I would be
mad
in
about
bed
that.
at night and hear his fucking tires, and I would eyeballs pop open and
He's
like
back.
go to the window and be so fucking. I called the cops in the middle of the night one time. Todd was sleeping. He didn't hear it. And I was and I'm like, couldn't go back to sleep. So
You
then
are
I go to
such-
work the next day and I'm like tired and I'm like,
Person
fuck
who
that
always
asshole.
has a feud with a neighbor.
I know. And I'm like, why do people have to be such garbage? Just shut the fuck up. Especially at night.
I know. I hear you.
I need my sleep. And then I get cranky.
Yeah.
My day's ruined, and all I'm thinking about is this fucking white trash piece of shit with this little pencil dick.
Nikki does not function well.
I don't.
I know that.
I don't function
yeah.
well.
And you sleep a lot, right?
I do.
Are you someone who needs like 9-10 hours of sleep each night? Because
I
my
mean,
husband's like that.
Yeah, I think 9 is probably my sweet spot.
That's about where I am too.
If
I
I-
need at least 8 or 9.
I mean, 8 I can do fine, but if it's much less than that, I am a tired bitch. Like I don't know what it is. I've always been that way. And on the weekends, I'll sleep in for 10 hours and
me too.
feel fantastic.
I love sleeping in.
I do too.
It's the best. My husband does not do it.
See, Todd doesn't either. He gets like today. He got up at 7. That makes me mad.
Yeah, on a Sunday.
He didn't wake me up, but he gets up. He's just like wired to wake up early, and I'm
That's
not.
how Ryan is too. He got up, I think, this morning at like 6:45.
Oh God.
And I had my alarm set a little earlier than usual
Okay.
because we were planning on going to the gym this morning. But I still stayed in bed till like 8:30, and that's still early for me on a
that's
Sunday.
early on a Sunday.
Yeah.
If I wake up before like 9 o'clock, I'm like, fuck that. And I go right back to sleep.
Oh, usually on Saturdays and Sundays, if I roll over and see it's before 9, I go right back to sleep. If it's after 10, then I'm like, all right, I probably should get up.
Absolutely. I do the same thing. Like,
But
well, I don't want to
sometimes,
sleep the day away, but
Sundays, it's like I get wired sometimes on Saturday nights, and I'll stay up late watching TV or something,
Yeah.
and then I'll sleep till like noon on
Yeah.
Sundays, and it's great.
sleeping's great, man.
Sleeping is the best.
You know what else I love is a fucking nap.
Naps are good. I'm not real great at taking naps
Oh,
anymore.
I'm the best at taking naps.
If I try to plan a nap,
Uh-huh.
I can't do it.
Okay.
If I like take a break and like lay on the couch
Yeah.
and doze off for a little bit on the couch, that's
Yeah.
the best.
Okay.
Because I can take a regular nap that way.
Yeah.
But if I try to plan it, I just
Oh,
can't
God.
do it.
I love a nap.
And sometimes
and
I'll oversleep though with a nap.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
do.
Oh, great! I slept for 5 hours and now it's time to go to
Yeah,
bed.
that's the problem because I'll easily do like a 3-hour nap and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, that was maybe too much.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Times I've accidentally taken like a 30-minute nap though. Those really do like
Yeah.
rejuvenate you. It's like,
I
wow.
I don't know the
feel
last
pretty
time I took a 30-minute nap.
great. I
Honestly.
don't know either. I've only had it accidentally happen. No, I've never tried it. It just happened.
Yeah.
Like I sat down to take a break for something, dozed off, and then I was like, oh, I fell asleep for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, well, no, I'm energetic. Let's get
Yeah,
things done.
nice, very nice.
Yep. I've been watching some movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Tell
have
me
a
about
few
your
that I
movies.
want to tell you about.
Okay.
2 in particular that I want to tell you about, but I'm going to mention this one because I did watch it, and I think you've seen it. I don't know if we talked about it. You've seen Get Out, right?
Yes.
Okay, I
love
rewatched that the other day because
Yeah.
it was on my horror movie poster. So good.
It is good.
It is so
It is good.
good.
Is that a
Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele? Yeah. I really like his movies.
They are so good, and they are so fucked up.
Yeah.
So good.
Ginny.
That's my
Answer it.
My medication alarm.
Oh.
Which I already took it. So I know that's happened with you before, where your medication alarm
for
has
sure.
gone up. I think that's my first time
absolutely.
where that's happened. Let me make
I was
sure
gonna
this-
say you should answer it, and I thought it was a phone call.
No, but it
Take
wasn't a phone
live.
call. My phone plays. You'll know if it's a phone call because it plays the Halloween theme.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's been playing that
Of
since
course
I was
it
in high
does.
school.
Really? That's awesome.
I don't know. I just always liked the song.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, Get Out is a great movie.
It is.
Yeah, it's just so fucked up and
Yeah.
just sucks you. It's so frustrating though.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I just want to punch these people in
Yeah.
the fucking face and get him out of there.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the sign of a good movie when it makes you feel something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Because you know it's like really getting to you.
oh, I love a good
Yeah.
like revenge movie or one
Yeah.
where like you get pissed and then
And then it's all vindicated at the end. You're like, yeah, motherfucker.
oh, it's so
Yeah.
such a good feeling.
Yeah, for
Okay, so these two, these are new ones
'Kay.
that I hadn't seen before. Well, actually, I think I saw. I'll just start.
Okay.
I watched Late Night with the Devil the other day. Have you guys heard of this?
think so.
Okay, it's new.
Late Night
It
with
just
the
came
Devil.
out like either this year or end of last year.
Okay.
Oh God, I can't think of the guy's name who's in it. You would recognize his face. He has
Okay.
kind of a, I don't want to say a weird face, but he kind of does. But I think you would like
Okay.
it because it is based
Oh,
on.
I do recognize him.
Yeah, I knew you would recognize him. His name I think is kind of hard
David
to
Whoa.
It's hard to pronounce.
David Dastmalchian.
That-
I do recognize
that's as
him.
Good of a guess as I
Yeah.
could do. Well, it's like about a TV show from like the 70s, like a 70s like talk show.
I love it already.
I know, and it really seems like it's like kind of like a found footage documentary
cool.
thing of like this paranormal thing that happens on this TV show on Halloween.
Okay.
It is so good. It is very unique
I'm putting it on my list.
for a horror movie.
Okay.
Like I haven't seen a movie like that
Nice.
at all.
Okay.
They really went with it with the 70s.
I love that.
Cheesy 70s, like
Yes.
late night show kind
Okay.
of theme. It was so good. I mean, it's
Love it.
funny, it's creepy, it's got some fucked up imagery in it.
Cool.
It's just, I mean, you get sucked into it because you want to know like what happened
Yeah.
and stuff. And
nice.
out of bags of diarrhea. Okay.
Yes. Tell me.
Credit Uncle Tuna.
Yes.
I always want to make sure I give her credit for us using that.
Yes.
But it's too good of a rating system, so she can share. Right?
Sure.
What do we usually do, out of 10?
I think so. It's whatever we want.
Okay, well, I'll do it out of 10.
Just
'cause
make
I
it
think
up.
that's what we've done.
I think so.
I would give it 8.5.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe even possibly a 9.
Wow.
It was really unique.
Okay.
I mean, it was really good, and I think you will absolutely love it.
I'm definitely going to watch this.
Yeah, and I want you to report back.
Okay,
because
I will.
it was damn good.
I will.
The other one I watched, I have seen this, I think, a few times before, but years and years and years and years ago. So, because I didn't remember much of it, but there were a few, scenes that you're like, oh, I've seen this. Have you ever seen Night of the Demons?
I don't think so.
Okay, you'll probably like this one too.
Okay.
So this is my creme de la creme. Mwah.
Ooh.
A nice 80s cheesy slasher.
Okay.
With a bunch of teenagers going to a party in a haunted mortuary.
Okay.
And they get possessed and end up killing each other.
Ooh, that sounds
And there's
good.
a lot of them doing drugs and drinking and doing all sorts of, the 80s cheesy slang.
Yeah. Totally radical.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. At the beginning, I was saying it all night. That's why it sticks in my head, because I thought it was funny. The main girl has a little brother, and he jumps out of the closet to scare her because it's Halloween. He has like a mask on. And she's changing her clothes. So she's in like, one of those pointy fucking bras and shit.
The Madonna bra. Yeah.
And he jumps out and he's like, ooh, bodacious boobies, sis.
Oh my God. Bodacious boobies. Wow.
I said it to his sister, too.
Yeah, that's
and I was
weird.
like, ew, gross.
Ew.
But it's
Awesome.
just,
Some good 80s cheese.
oh, I love it.
Nice.
I love how in the 80s, how they try to insult each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, did they really talk like that back then? I
My
was like,
favorite insult might be from, I don't know if it's 60s or 70s, where they say get bent.
oh, get bent.
I love get bent.
Ooh. What are some
Love
of your
it.
other favorite insults? I like that.
They say that one on 70s Show a lot. I really like to get bent.
They say dill hole a lot on
Dill
there, and I
hole,
like that.
yes.
I'm jotting down favorite insults.
They say
'cause-
dill hole and like smack each other in the back of the head a lot. I like that one. That's a really good one. Damn. Okay. I'm trying to think. Usually the really good ones like that are kind of like PG. They're not super.
I used to love
what
saying
else?
eat my shorts from
Eat my
Bart,
shorts.
from Bart Simpson.
Yeah. I like go fly a kite.
I kind of like it too.
My
In
dad
a
used to
weird
say
way.
that.
Go
Oh,
fly
you
a
know what
kite.
else? My dad used to say he'd go play in traffic.
Go fly.
I like that one.
That's
Go
good
fly
one.
a kite, go play in traffic. Those are both very tame, but it's a good way to get your point across. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're being annoying.
Sometimes I just like to just keep it old school
Yeah.
and keep it real
Yeah.
with just your mom.
Okay.
Piss me off. Just
Okay.
Your mom.
Todd and I do that a lot. Like earlier, shit. Now I don't remember what we were talking about, but we do the thing back and forth a lot where we'll just go, well, he'll go, will you hand me that can? And I'll go, you're a can.
Oh, we do that too.
Or your mom's a can. It's really easy to throw that in there. We do that a lot.
We do that.
Like he was cutting the cat door for me earlier with a jigsaw. And I was like, I brought the tool downstairs. And he goes, you're a tool. It's my favorite. Even if it doesn't make sense, it's
Yeah.
funny.
We
I don't
do
know.
that too.
Yeah.
I this is one I just remember because we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
This was a while ago, but it sticks in my head. I was cooking and I needed dillweed for for my
Sure.
recipe.
It's
I
pretty
see where
quick.
I see where this is
You're
going.
a dillweed.
Yeah.
And I'm
You're a
like, you're a
dillweed.
dillweed.
Hey Ryan, go get me some dillweed, you dillweed.
One of my favorite things to do to Ryan though is do a really bad impersonation of him, and then
Ryan.
and then I do the thing Stewie on Family Guy. He'll
Yeah.
go like, "That was you. That's what you sound like." So I'll be like, "Oh, Ginny, that was you. That's what you sound like."
I get up at 6:30 on a Sunday. I'm Ryan.
That's right.
I have high triglycerides. I'm Ryan.
I like your Ryan face as much as your Ryan voice.
It looks
Sorry,
just
Ryan.
like him.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I don't mean any of this. You're great.
No.
You're great. Please buy a pontoon and invite me on it.
Oh, he wants to.
I'm excited.
Favorite insults is a good.
Okay, there's another one I just thought of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go
Go for
kick
it.
rocks.
Go kick rocks.
I like that
That's
one
a good
too.
one.
I like it.
A good kiss my butt is always good.
Sure,
And
that's
sometimes
another
I
good
think
Bart
kiss
Simpson.
my butt is funnier than kiss my ass.
Yeah, and I
Why?
haven't used that. That's a good kiss my butt.
Oh my god! I called Ryan a butthole the other day, and I hadn't done that.
Butthole.
I used to call like my siblings that and stuff all the time back in the day. I'm like,
Yeah.
quit being such a butthole. And I did it to Ryan like a week ago. I was like, oh, quit being a butthole. And I was like, I should say that more often.
I'm like, that was actually really good.
I like it.
Good job, me.
Yeah. Pat myself on the back. I'm
I
going to call
like-
you butthole more frequently.
Butthole. Some of the ones from old school Beavis and Butthead I like a lot. Like they call each other a turd burglar. I like a turd burglar.
A turd burglar. Yeah.
Fart knocker.
Fart knocker. Yeah.
Turd burglar.
Butt muncher.
Butt muncher. Yeah, they say butt munch. Butt muncher.
Butt munch. Yeah. We used to say that a lot.
There's some really good ones. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a big one.
I've kept a lot of those in my vocab.
My favorite we learned from Fargo is go fuck a state park.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
Go fuck a state park. It's so out of nowhere.
That's a good one.
You gotta almost think about it. You're like,
Yeah,
wow,
like
that's
what? You want me to? What you
Go fuck a
oh,
state
okay.
park.
You
Yeah,
got
that was
me.
a good one.
You
Fargo's
got me.
great.
That could really just stop someone in their tracks. And
Like, I'm sorry, what?
did you
You
just?
heard me.
Did you say what?
Yep, that's what I said. Pick any one of them. Go fuck it.
Oh fuck!
That is a great topic
That
starter.
I love how that just came
Yeah,
up. And
it was
where the
organic.
fuck is Poe?
Yeah, what the hell? I figured
Where did
he'd
that
be all up
butthole-
in our shit. I really did. I thought he'd be all around. He was right before we started recording.
He was.
He's fucking
I
eating
just,
blinds
spit on
and.
myself.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I know.
Popo, come here, Po.
Let's hear
We'll
Nikki's
see.
kitty call.
Kitty, I'm cat calling. If he doesn't come, I'll go get him, but like between takes or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was good. Oh my god, that was funny. I could talk about that for hours.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to
Love a
think of
good
more
insult.
too. Oh, we should do that for another episode. Make
Okay.
a list of just like really good comebacks,
Yeah.
insults,
Sounds good.
good names to call people.
That's good. Okay.
I
yeah.
like it.
Do that.
Yep.
Maybe come up with some
Calling
really
people
old your
dick
mom
and prick
jokes.
is always classic.
Yeah. I like to as a lady without a dick, I like to act like sometimes that I have one and say suck my dick.
Oh, I do that too.
I like that, or lick my balls.
I say that one a lot.
I like that a lot. Or if I'm really mad, I'll be like kiss all of my ass. Not just a little bit, kiss all of it.
Have you ever said eat a bowl of dicks? Because I love to say that.
Ooh. Or a bag of dicks.
A bag of dicks. Yeah. Suck a
that's
bag
good.
of dicks.
Suck a bag of dicks. Yep. That's nice. I like that.
I thought I felt something. I was like, "Poe." No.
Poe?
It was just
Hark.
mine. It was nothing.
Just a cable.
Yep. Okay, if we keep thinking of them, let's bring them up in the middle.
Sounds good.
So there's a new bar that opened up recently, not too far from here, over in Waldo, called Waldo, I think.
Rec? Is it
Yeah,
Waldo
Bar and Rec, I
Bar and
think.
Rec, yes. I saw that. I haven't been in there.
Ryan and I went there for the
Ooh.
first time, like the other day.
Uh-huh.
And it's really cool. So
What do you
they
do?
have a pool table.
Okay.
They have like air hockey. They have skee ball. They have old arcade games in there.
Oh, nice.
All the arcade games are free,
Okay.
but the games like pool and skee ball and they have a basketball game, air hockey. Those are quarters, but
Okay.
it's not that expensive. And then
Nice.
it's just beer and mixed drinks at
That's
the bar.
cool.
It's not a very big place, but the night we went, there was nobody there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
because I was going to ask. Places like that are usually so packed.
I
like
know,
the
that you
up
can't even
down
get to the
arcade
games.
bar, you can't. It's like not really fun.
Yeah,
you
we
can't
took a
get there.
chance. I think it was last weekend.
Nice.
And just went over there, and there was nobody there.
Right on.
And even the people that were there were just sitting in the front. They weren't even playing the games.
Oh, cool.
So we were shooting pool. We played a couple games of pool.
Okay.
Ryan beat my ass in air hockey. Oh,
I'm Ryan. I beat Jenny in air hockey.
that's you. That's what you sound
That's
like.
you, Ryan. Hope you're listening.
Well, I think I told you, right, that I one time played him in air hockey, and I was like, I'm going to beat you. I'm really
Yeah.
good at air hockey. And then he just annihilated me. And he does every single time. I don't
Yeah.
know a lot of people that are better than me, except for him.
Yeah.
I almost beat him, too. I lost by one
That's
fucking
the
point.
worst.
And I even was in the lead for a little bit.
That's even worse.
I know.
When you start off really cocky and you're like, I got this game in the
Oh,
bag.
and I was like throwing the insults at him, too. I was like, suck my dick! Take that! I was like, I'm going to beat your ass! Then he beat me.
Damn it. That's the worst. Then you have to like eat all your words.
I know.
Ugh.
One day I'm going to beat him.
One day you will.
He was like, "Oh, you're going to get your ass beat," and I like immediately like hit it and scored on him. That was the first shot.
Ooh, that's
so
nice.
at least that was a good burn.
That is a good burn.
Yeah.
That's a good burn.
But I wanted to. We kind of messaged about this, and I just thought it might be a fun thing to talk about. I don't know what it is, but what is it about when dudes are shooting pool to make them look so sexy?
I don't see you brought that up and I'd never even thought about that before.
But they do. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
I don't
I've
know.
always kind of thought it, but I guess I hadn't seen Ryan shoot pool in a long time.
And it got you a little
I
excited?
kept like touching his butt and
were like,
like
"Ooh."
rubbing his arm, and I'm like, "You look cute." And he's like, "Get off of me! I'm trying to shoot."
You're ruining my shot.
I'm like, "But you look cute." I don't know what it is. I was like, "Ooh, that was a good shot. Give me a hug."
Ooh, that's a good shot. Wrap your arms around me. Yeah. A little tighter.
Oh, and the funny thing is, the pool table they have there, they also have beer pong set up
Oh,
there.
nice.
But the beer pong is right next to the pool table.
Oh.
So
So
a
you're just
couple
constantly getting balls thrown at the pool table?
Well, you can knock the cups over
Oh,
with
shit.
your pool
Oh,
cue.
shit. That's not good design.
Yeah.
E.
You need plenty of room
Yeah.
for shooting pool.
And then tell me, please, that the beer pong is water and not
It is
beer.
water,
okay.
yeah.
I don't want to drink
So
it.
you can just
drink your own
shoot
drink.
it into the water and
Okay.
then drink your own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's
We're
exactly
good
how it
then.
is.
Okay, good.
But yeah, it's a cool place.
Nice.
So probably if you guys wanted to get out and go maybe
Sure.
like on a weeknight or something, I bet there'd probably be nobody there and you'd have
Okay.
access to all the games and
Right on.
stuff. But yeah, the pool table is a little close to some of the stuff.
'Kay.
And I'm always somebody, I have a habit of looking behind me right before
I do
shoot
too.
because I've accidentally goosed somebody before.
Sure. Yeah.
Have you done that?
Oh, yeah. Or, like, you don't want to stick your butt in someone's face if they're, like, sitting down.
Right,
Like,
yeah. I just
"Ugh."
always check behind
Yeah.
me because I don't. One time I think I goosed an old guy. Poked
"Oh,
him
sorry."
right in the ass with it, and I was like, "Sorry." I've been goosed by somebody's
Oh,
pool
yeah.
cue, but
Sure.
I remember later, like, thinking I was like, because I was kind of a young teenage girl at the time, and I'm like, I wonder if they did that to me on purpose.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Probably.
Because it was always like a group of dudes.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Like, I'm gonna hit this chick in the butt, see if she, and then I'll act like it's an accident unless she liked it, and then I'll take her home. There's always a fucking plan.
then I just turned around like, you butthole! You hit my butthole! How dare you?
Oh, my butthole.
Okay. Ow, my butthole. Okay. What do you think? Should we? Do you want to do your hot reads and then your topic?
Let's do the hot reads.
All right,
yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah,
Play
I have
the
a hot
sound.
reads for Ginny today. Let me.
Yeah,
let
Nikki's
me
gonna
get it
read. I'm
ready.
so excited.
Yeah, this doesn't happen often, so strap in.
I'm excited.
Okay, here's our.
Ooh, do you have a board?
Oh,
Will you hand me one?
yes. There you go. I don't know that you're gonna get very mad at this, but
But I can at least
you
draw
can
a
at
dick
least
on
try.
it.
You sure can.
I need to find a marker. Oh, I see mine.
Hot reads with Cold Ethyl.
Okay. Now, this is gonna be tame as fuck compared to what Ginny usually reads.
Maybe that's the part that'll make me mad.
Maybe. She'll be like, God damn it, that's it. This is from Beautiful Bastard.
Oh, okay.
I've read from this book before. It is steamy, but it is nowhere near as as raunchy as the knife in the ass scene or the corn cob scene or
I don't
any
think
of
that
that
there's
shit.
very many that can beat those.
Yeah,
to be
you're right.
honest.
You've found the top of that.
Oh, I'll try to top them though.
Oh,
Don't worry.
please do.
Don't worry.
Good luck. Shit, I don't know how you could beat that, but okay. So
sure
this is
somebody
a
did.
scene. This book goes back and forth from the guy's point of view and the girl's point of view. So this section is from the guy's point of view, but I'm still going to read it as Cold Ethyl. So Cold Ethyl's going to read, but it's the guy's point of view about the girl, and I believe it's boss and employee. Okay.
I'm ready.
But that doesn't change the fact that you lied to me. You lied right to my face. I might think you're an arrogant asshole most of the time, but you've always been someone I trusted to be honest with me. I flinched. She was right. I'm sorry. My apology hung in the air, and I wasn't sure which of us was more surprised by it. Prove it. She looked down at me so calmly, not an ounce of emotion visible in her features. What did she mean? Then it hit me. We couldn't speak through words because words only led to trouble. But this is what we were, and if she would give me this one chance to make up for what I'd done, I'd take it. I hated her so much in that moment. I hated how much I wanted her. I closed the distance between us, wrapping my hand around the back of her neck. I pulled her to me, meeting her gaze as I drew her mouth to mine. There was an unspoken challenge there. Neither of us would back down or admit that this was beyond our control. The moment our lips touched, I was overtaken by a familiar buzz coursing through my body. My hands fisted deeply into her hair, forcing her head back to take everything. I pressed into her. Ooh. This might be for her, but I was damn sure going to control it. Pressing my body to hers, I groaned at the way each of her curves fit against me. I wanted to be satisfied and move on, but each time I felt her, it was better than I remembered. Falling to my knees, I grasped her hips and pulled her closer, my lips moving across the waist of her pants. Lifting her shirt up, I kissed each inch of visible skin.
Oh, I was going to say, ooh. Is she haunted? Is it a ghost?
I enjoyed the tensing of her muscles as I explored. I looked up at her, hooking my fingers into the waistband. Her eyes were closed and she was biting her lower lip. I felt my cock harden in anticipation of what I was about to do. I pulled her pants down her thighs, goosebumps breaking out over her skin as I trailed my fingers down her legs. Her hands went to my hair and pulled roughly, and I groaned as I looked back up at her. I traced the edge of the delicate satin of her lingerie, stopping at the thin straps on her hips. These are almost too pretty to ruin, I said, wrapping one strap around each hand. Almost. With a quick tug, they broke easily, allowing me to pull the pink material away and stuff it into my pocket.
Oh.
A sense of urgency took over me then, and I quickly freed one of her legs, placing it over my shoulder.
Ooh.
Oh, shit, she said on an exhale,
Oh, shit.
running her hands into my hair. At first, I nuzzled and then slowly licked along her clit. She gripped my hair tightly, moving her hips against my mouth. Unintelligible words fell from her lips in a hoarse whisper, and seeing her come undone so completely made me realize she was as helpless against this that I was. She was pissed at me, so pissed that part of her probably wanted to hook her leg around my neck and strangle me. This was so much more intimate than simple fucking. I was on my knees, but she was vulnerable and bare. I could fucking consume you, I whispered, pulling back enough to glance up at her expression. Kissing her hip, I murmured, "This would be so much better if I could spread you out somewhere." A table in a conference room, perhaps. She tugged on my hair, pulling me back to her with a smile. "This is working just fine for me. Don't you dare stop." Okay, that's probably good.
That's good. I liked it. That was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did make a couple notes.
Okay.
One where he's kissing her stomach. I'm
Yeah.
not into stomach kissing.
Really?
I don't
Okay.
like it.
Okay.
Maybe I'm ticklish, but I don't know. I think it's weird.
Okay.
It's just, I'm just like, either go up or go down.
Okay.
Like, don't linger.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Like, unless there's like I don't know, it makes me think it's like maternal. Like there's a baby in there and you're like, hey. you're
Yeah,
kissing-
I don't
know,
need a
that's
dude
weird.
kissing my stomach.
That's fair. Okay.
I don't like it.
I get that.
And actually, I could tell you 2 stories of times that's happened to me.
Okay, let's hear it.
Real quick. Well, one, my stupid husband did it to me and then blew a raspberry on my stomach to piss me off, even though we were getting ready
You're
to.
doing it.
I was mad. It almost ruined
like,
the
you
whole
know what?
mood. But
Never mind.
He knew it would make me mad. So
Sure.
he was just being playful.
Yeah.
But one time, a dude bit my belly button ring and kind of tugged on it, like thinking that would be a good thing to do. And it grossed me out so much. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Like I don't know. He thought it was like a move or something.
Huh.
Like thought I would like that. Like took it between his teeth and kind of tugged on it
yeah, that's
lightly.
weird.
Like not like he was trying to rip
Yeah.
it out, but
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't appeal
it's
to
stuck
me
in my
either.
brain as something I hated.
Huh.
Like it made me mad.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
note number 1. Not a
Okay.
fan of stomach kissing.
Okay.
As my cock hardened, I loved that. That's good.
I like that Jenny's notes are good, and mine are always like, "Fuck this."
I that one was a good one, but
Right? As
The
my
other ones are
cock
no.
hardened.
My last two notes are no. I didn't like those. But I did like as my cock hardened.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
ooh,
hot.
I like
That's
that.
hot.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember that because I'm getting pretty far into my book.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting close.
Oh
to
yeah,
the,
I was going to ask you about it.
Yes, I've been on
Okay.
a roll. I am
Nice.
almost done, and I am this close to my sex scene.
Exciting.
You know.
Okay, remember
you guys
as cock
posted.
hardens. Okay, what was the other thing you always liked? The deep voice, the deep man voice. You got to include that.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He has a deep voice.
Okay.
I've mentioned that
Sure.
a few times.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I did not like the word consume.
Okay.
I don't know.
I understand that and I sympathize with that because also I
It's
hate
better
it.
than eat.
I was just going to say I don't like eat. So consuming is basically the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It just didn't. I
I
didn't
get
like
that.
it.
I get that.
And I did not like the term "spread you out."
Yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
know. It bothered
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
But
I can
honestly,
see that.
I didn't have a ton of notes, so I
Yeah.
did draw a pickle dick.
Perfect. A pickle dick.
It's a pickle dick.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful pickle dick.
Well, the pickle was here. And I thought it fit for.
Pickle dick with balls even.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
Yeah, and he's shooting pickle juice out the top.
He sure is. That's great. That's a good pickle dick.
Thank you.
It's very
I
nice.
thought so too. That was good. I liked
Good.
it.
I'm glad you liked it. Again, it's pretty
I
fucking
need
boring
to read
compared
that
to yours.
series.
It is. It's good. I think you'd like it. I've only read
Well, yours
two
is
of them, I
actually
think.
hot. Some of my books are just
That's-
fucked up.
Yeah, that's why they are actually hot usually. And
Yeah.
and when you're
And I
reading
appreciate
them,
that.
it's not as cheesy too. Like if you're reading it out loud, it's always going to be a little more dumb.
Yeah.
So
I agree. But as my cock hardened, I liked that. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna steal that.
that's a good one in the right context for sure.
All right. Should we do topic?
Sure.
Let's do
You
it.
ready for topic?
Oh yeah, we're all ready. Let's do
All right. This is kind of a weird one. I think it's cool. It's kind of gross. It's kind of medical-y.
Ooh, nice.
And we've touched on this maybe just a touch in the past, but I wanted to dive into it a little deeper.
Let's do it.
So I picked congenital uterine abnormalities.
Ooh.
So abnormalities that people are born with that make it's just really interesting to me that like you can end up with all these different deformities in the uterus that can make you basically end up having two different pregnancies at the same time or there's a lot of weird stuff like that.
Oh,
So
man.
they're pretty rare. Or actually they're rare to find. I think a lot of people have them and don't know it unless they start having babies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about kind of what they are in general and then talk about some specific different types of abnormalities. Medical nerd stuff, but it's kind of gross
I
and
like that
gory.
shit.
So yeah, I thought you would. All right. So most congenital uterine abnormalities are asymptomatic. The majority of them are detected incidentally, meaning like if a person's trying to get pregnant and they can't, and then they get like imaging done over their uterus, and then all of a sudden they find all this weird shit. So most of the time people are just fine with this and don't really know until they start having reproductive issues. So that's when they rear their heads, and sometimes it can really impede ability to get pregnant and have babies and all that. So let's see. I have some pictures too, so I'm trying to get to my good stuff here. All right, so we have a few different types. So a normal uterus, when it's not pregnant, is about like the size of your fist, and it's hollow. So think of like a fist that's just an outline. It's like a balloon kind of, like an outline. It's got one big cavity in it, right?
Right.
So there's the first type I'll talk about is called a dysmorphic uterus. So in that one, it's like a T shape. So there's not really like an open womb for like a baby to go in.
Right.
So it's a lot smaller area, and it's just like a T instead of like a big balloon shape, So there's just
Wasn't that what was wrong with Tina Fey and Baby Mama? That she had a
I don't
T-shaped-
remember.
a
Was that it?
T-shaped
Okay,
uterus,
I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that just means it's harder
That's
to get
what it just
pregnant and
made me
then
think
create a
of.
pregnancy. Probably. I mean, it's pretty common. And then there's a septate uterus, which is pretty interesting. So with a septate, it means that there's a septum in the middle of the uterus. So it can be just kind of heart-shaped with the little like septum at the top that kind of deviates down the middle. Or it could be a septum all the way down the middle of the uterus. And it can mean that there's basically two uterine cavities. So that's where you can get like a pregnancy in one and a pregnancy in another. And it can be two different guys' babies.
Oh.
So you can have two different gestational ages. Like one baby was conceived this day, this baby was conceived another day by two different guys. So, and then sometimes the septum runs all the way down to the vagina. So there's like a vaginal septum. So you have 2 vaginas, 2 cervixes, and 2 uteruses.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
Oh my God.
So I've had patients in the past like this who had, I'm just making sure we're still recording. Just want to make sure. This camera's been wonky. Okay, I think we're good. So I've had patients in the past who they're pregnant in one, it's called like a horn of the uterus. It's like one horn here and one horn here. Mm-hmm. So they have a pregnancy here. So you have to like make sure that you're checking the right cervix to see how dilated they're getting to like have the baby. It's so weird. It's so weird. So you can basically have.
So she does have like 2 holes then.
Yes.
So like.
With a vaginal septum. Yeah. So there's 2 different holes too.
So like a dude could like do her in one hole one night and then maybe accidentally stick it in the other hole one night.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's correct. Yeah.
I wonder if that feels any different.
I don't know. And I think like you also have a period out of each one.
Oh no. Oh God, that makes
Oh no.
That's horrible.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Could they be on 2 different cycles then?
I don't think so. Because it's really the same. I think with this, it's just the uterus. So you still just have 2 ovaries. I think, unless there's more, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like.
That makes sense.
You still would have the same cycle, I think. And there might be more severe ones that I don't have on here.
Would you say the skull is the size of a uterus or too big?
That one might be a little too big.
When you said fist, I saw the
yeah, it might be a little big. Yeah, I mean, but when it gets pregnant, it gets giant. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting.
Uteruses are weird.
So weird. So, okay, we have the septate. So then they can remove the septum. So if somebody has a vaginal septum, it's like a piece of tissue that runs down the middle, basically to create 2 holes. That can be removed surgically and get rid of the septum. And then there is just like one normal vagina. And then we have...
I'm sorry. One normal vagina.
Just one.
Just one.
And then we have the bicornate uterus, which is another type of like heart shape. It just doesn't have a septum. It's like literally the uterus is just, instead of one big open, what do I want to say, like cavity, it's like a heart shape. So you've got like 2, and there's no septum. You can't remove anything. It's just like shaped like, I can't explain it without, I don't know.
No, that's fine.
We can post some pics of these if that'll help. So there's, that's just another problem. Because then if a person gets pregnant there, basically the baby has to pick which side of the heart it's going to live on. And it can, if it's that shape.
This one has a view, but this one's a little more cozy.
Right. But then it doesn't have as much room to grow. Yeah. So then a lot of times they're born premature or the pregnancy doesn't live. Yeah. Then we have a unicornate uterus, which is basically just.
Say it again.
Unicornate.
Unicornate.
So bicornate is like 2, unicornate is 1, so it's just like one weird like.
You said unicornate, and I pictured like a unicorn hornet.
It's a unicorn. Basically, it's one like horn of the uterus.
A mythical creature, right.
But think of like a unicorn horn. That's basically what this uterus looks like.
Okay. Sorry.
So again, issues with like getting pregnant and then having a successful like term pregnancy because there's no room for the baby to grow in there. And then there's an aplastic uterus, which just means that all or part of the uterus is completely missing. So some people are just born that way. Weird. And
it's so weird how people are just born without body parts.
Isn't it weird? It
doesn't make sense in my brain.
Something happened when they were like really early in that first trimester when they were like growing all of their parts that just didn't finish. So something just didn't finish there. And then some babies are born without a rectal opening and or born without a vaginal opening.
I knew that one.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes they just don't have a hole. So then they just have to have surgery to like
Barbie doll?
Connect. Yeah. Oh. Like that doll right there with her ass out.
Yep.
No hole.
No hole. Poor
so yeah, that's really interesting. Because then they got to do surgery like basically right away. If you don't have a butthole, you can't live. So you gotta have one put in.
Oh my God.
Got to get a butthole installed.
I was about to say, you took it right out of my mouth.
All right. And then we have cervical agenesis. So a quick anatomy lesson. I know you probably know this, Jenny, but just for the listener. I know we have a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how well you know your female anatomy, everybody, but so the cervix is your
They
like
can't find the clit.
little.
So
Well, right. Cervix.
Oh, I'm sure you guys can. But.
So your uterus is like the balloon at the top. The cervix is like the little tunnel thing that comes off of that, and then it goes into the vaginal canal. So the cervix is like the little kind of tube that goes and like opens into the uterus. So some people are born without
Like
a
a flower.
cervix. Yeah. Some people are born without a cervix or without part of the cervix. So we talked about unicornate. Uterine didelphys is another type of like septum in the middle of the uterus that kind of splits everything up. And again, that can go anywhere from like just part of the uterus all the way down through the uterus, cervix, and vagina. There's a transverse vaginal septum. I talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
That can be removed, like basically like a piece of tissue that can be removed.
Yep.
Then there's also a longitudinal vaginal septum, so it can go either way,
Oh.
like either way, like split in the vaginal opening. Bodies are weird.
Bodies are weird.
So weird.
Meat sex.
Meat sacks. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything else? Okay, the way they find this out is through ultrasound usually. So they can do a 3D transvaginal ultrasound. So they stick like everybody probably knows what the ultrasound is, where they stick the thing on the belly like in a movie and look at the baby. Well, they can also stick a probe inside the vagina. It basically looks like a dildo.
Yeah, they're
And
not
they
fun.
stick it in. You've had one? I've never had one.
A few times.
They stick it in, and then they can see your uterus and your cervix and like what's going on in there. So they can actually stick it up and like see what's
It's like
up.
the worst dildo of all time.
Yeah.
It's really hard and it's really cold.
Really cold. Yeah,
Yeah.
no fun. Yeah, so that's how they look and see these different abnormalities. What else do we have here? I will show you some pictures. It came, printed kind of dark, but you can still kind of see. So it tells you, like, look at the highlighted part I have, and it tells you in the little lower left corner of each picture what it is. It's kind of hard to see, but the white part is the open cavity part, so you
Okay.
can see the different shapes. Take a peeper.
Creepy.
I like the bicornate. It looks like a weird, like, devil, like, what do I want to say? Like a ram,
yeah.
like ram horns.
It does.
It looks like
That's
an
metal.
angry. It's so metal.
That's a metal uterus.
So metal, you
Wow.
guys.
Yeah, it does.
So you can picture how, like, on the upper left picture, see how big the womb is, and then on the other one, see that they're like little and weird, misshapen. So you can't really put a baby in those
Yeah,
and have it
unicorn
live.
is Pretty.
Unicorn is just like a weird horn.
It is, yeah. Looks like a bent unicorn.
It does,
Like the
yeah.
horn on a unicorn. It looks
Yeah.
like it's just bent.
Yep. Weird.
Dysmorphic is pretty trippy.
Yeah. Don't animals have like a weird tube uterus? Like, I've seen my vet friend has sent me pictures when she does like a.
Yeah, people sometimes think it's bowel, but it's usually.
Yeah, it
uterus.
looks like a long tube.
Yeah, it
and
is.
she'll take a picture of it, and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? And she's like, oh, that's a hysterectomy. I'm
Yep.
like, what? It's like a sock, like a tube sock.
Yeah, it is. They're long and
Straight and, yeah, it's weird.
I used to sometimes watch those videos of like hysterectomies and stuff
Yeah.
on like dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
And people would like comment and be like, "Excuse me, I'm a surgeon. That's bowel. It's not a uterus." I'm like, "No,
Yeah,
but it's a dog."
you're a surgeon, then you don't know shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, humans,
Different
that's what it
species.
looks, yeah, it's different. Hello.
Yep.
Stupid.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's all I got. I just wanted to talk about that because I've always been fascinated. I think it's weird and gross and gory. So
It
there you go.
is. It is. It's definitely all of those.
There you go. The more you know.
The more you know.
Bing.
Yep. Stupid.
Stupid. We're stupid.
Stupid. All right. You got anything else?
Let me double check my little list. Oh, do you want to talk more about your book, or you wrapped it up pretty good? Okay.
Yeah, I think
okay.
we're good.
Okay,
I think
sounds
we're
good.
Kind of getting close to an hour, so
Yeah, I think that's good. That's all I got this time.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna force Poe to be in our next video.
Oh yeah, where the fuck is Poe?
Yeah, he really just took
Ow.
off. Well, little sumbitch.
Poe, where you be?
Yeah, I'm gonna get him. We'll get him. Next episode, you'll see Poe, the new Gory Hole mascot.
I took pictures of him at least. So.
Yeah, we can show him off.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd be up here at the microphone.
Yeah.
But he's being a butt munch.
He is being a butt munch. He's probably sleeping somewhere because he's been crazy all day.
Damn it, you were supposed to be crazy for the show,
I know.
buddy.
I so thought he'd be up in our business.
That's what I was hoping
He
for.
usually
I was
is.
hoping he'd be climbing all over
Yeah.
Ethel. And
Like using her boobies as little...
has he climbed on her yet?
I don't think so. Well, not that I've seen, but we come down here sometimes and shit's like knocked off up here, so I know he's been farting around. But yeah, I haven't seen him climb
It'd be
on
so
her.
cool if he eventually would position himself on Ethel's lap or
Wouldn't
something.
it be cool if he just curled up right on her on her boobs,
That's a
like
perfect
right
little
up
cat
here?
shelf.
It would be nice and cushy, and he
Uh-huh.
could just lay there for the episode.
He could.
Man, maybe I need to put a bed like right here on it.
Might hide her bling though.
Yeah, it would.
We'll figure it out.
We'll
And we're
figure it
still
out.
working on the dungeon.
We are.
We've had a busy week and we haven't
Yeah.
had too much time.
We're assholes and we haven't prioritized decorating, so
We will. Busy lives.
it'll happen.
We also are adults with full-time jobs.
It's true.
so
It's true.
Shit happens.
I mean, sometimes I don't feel like an adult, but I guess I am.
Technically.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm
I
an
guess.
adult, sort of, most days.
Kinda. Somewhat. Butthole's a funny word.
You drew a pickle dick.
I drew a
We're
pickle
adults.
dick. Yeah.
We're so adulting right now.
Yep. I have a full-time job and I'm writing a book. So, you know, what else?
I own a house.
Yeah. Me too.
Weird. Things are weird.
Things are weird. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us in the Gory Hole Dungeon for this episode of the Gory Hole Podcast. Always continue to like, share, subscribe, follow. We are on social media at the Gory Hole Pod. And please email us if you have anything. You got what's your
Anything.
favorite insult?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite name to call somebody?
Yes. Give us some good,
Yeah,
unique
send
ones.
us stuff on either Twitter, Instagram, email us.
Yeah.
I'm not quite as good at checking TikTok, but I'm trying. But that's still a good one, too.
Yeah.
And the email is thegoryholepod@gmail.com.
Yes.
And don't forget, tell your friends and hit those 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye, stay gory.
Bye, Gore Horse.